Hey Libra, welcome to July 2018. Hope you guys are doing well. What's going on? Two cards popped out. We have like the best card in the deck, the World card, which symbolizes everything being taken care of, everything being fixed and kind of dancing about life. But then we have the Five of Pentacles, which is all about financial worry and, being left out in the cold and worried about a change creating this financial upheaval and kind of disrupting the peace and disrupting the status quo, which Libras are known for. It seems like there's something kind of off here, and I'm seeing in the card all these colors, and then there's one color that is off, that's different. So something in unison, something that is in a particular order, but something, one aspect, one thing is off, and it's the color purple, and purple is all about spirituality. It's all about, the third eye chakra, which is all about your intuition. It reminds me of amethyst, which is a crystal that's so popular and so well known and is amazing for dream recall and, like I said, spirituality and connecting with the higher source. So we have the best card in the deck, and it's mirroring a card of complete financial insecurity and worry and instability and confusion and static and white noise and not really knowing what's going on, and also feeling like you have to ask for help. So that's what your subconscious wants to know right now, is that although this energy is here, this energy is mirroring it. So it's time to really kind of tap into that and figure out what's going on there. For me as a Libra, I know exactly what it is. I feel great. I feel amazing. I'm dancing about life. But then I have people around me saying, well, work harder. Well, what are you doing? Well, what about this? And I'm like, hey, I'm trying not to stress. I'm trying to be happy. But I understand the realism of life and what that entails, especially if you have some earth signs in your life. For an air sign, especially if you don't have a lot of earth in your chart, for an air sign, we want to just have our head in the clouds. We want to just let life pass as it comes, because it's easier that way, and that's what we're made for. But we have some earth signs and some more grounded people that say, come back down. For instance, I always think of myself as a balloon, and my husband is the one holding the string. Like I want to kind of just float away, and he's like, no, stay grounded. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, I gotta be in the physical world. So let's see what's going on, Libra, for July 2018. July 2018, Libra. What do the Libras need to know for July 2018? Besides the two cards that popped out. Okay. Okay, so some judgment over the past, okay? So I think one of the reasons why that financial worry is coming in is because possibly in the past, especially within a relationship, you weren't that good with money. You weren't that good with your power. And things have shifted where you are feeling a lot more empowered financially, emotionally, sexually, intellectually, with the shifts that have been going on. Especially now with Jupiter going back direct, because when it was retrograde, you kind of internalize that energy, and Jupiter being in Scorpio is all about personal power and the expansion of that. So it was inward, and now it's gone direct, so now we can kind of move that energy and that personal power outward. So there is some judgment about how you've handled your power and your finances in the past, whether that's self-judgment, whether that's judgment coming from a partner, aka those earth signs. And that's where that energy is stemming from, okay? So that's why you feel like you kind of have to still have that worry. But there is time this is the time, should I say, to move on from that. To move on and to say, okay, yeah, times were hard back in the day because before I was horrible with money, but now I've really learned how to work with that. And with that energy, you're moving forward, and now you're resting. You're not spending as much. You're not using that excuse to say I need to buy. For me, I've noticed that a lot of memes, when they talk about Libras, it's all about, looking good and fashion and spending money to look good and to be kept up with. That's fine, but there's ways to do it. For instance, selling your old clothes, or selling your old items and using that money to fuel whatever you're going to buy next. I think Libras really do, because they're ruled by Venus. They can have a little bit of a spending problem. However, your subconscious is recognizing that you were worse before, and now you've moved on a little bit, and you've been resting a lot on the spending. So that's good. A lot of the things also with spending, I found, being a Libra, is I feel good after I buy something. You know, I feel amazing after I buy a new article of clothing, but it really doesn't last long. It really is so fleeting. And then by the next day, even, I'm like, okay, I've worn it. I'm over it, you know? Okay. So let's get started. Overburdened with responsibilities as well. So that's another reason why you haven't been spending and shopping as much, because of your responsibilities that are overmounting, and really keeping you focused on just the energy at hand. So although you used to have that retail therapy, it's like your responsibilities are impeding on your ability to do that. And that's what's so brutal, because you need that retail therapy in order to recuperate from the responsibilities. But because of the responsibilities, you don't even have the ability to do the retail therapy. So it is time to just have some fun. Spend your money on something other than shopping. Spend your money on socializing. Another aspect of the Libra that is just as fun as buying things is talking and enjoying yourself, and socializing and being that social butterfly. So that's a way to kind of counteract that that lack of shopping and that lack of retail therapy, is through just having fun and enjoying yourself, because you can do that while taking care of your responsibilities. For instance, I run it now with a baby. Whenever I go shopping, grocery shopping, there's always somebody that I can talk to. There's always somebody that's coming up and saying, "Oh, your baby," and it's an interesting concept. So partnership is really the theme here. You guys are going through a complete rebirth when it comes to this energy we were just talking about. So partners here, what you've created with that partner, either a child or a business or anything, even just a relationship. Queen of Wands is here. So Queen of Wands is a fire type sign. So either a fire sign, so Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, or somebody that embodies that energy. This person has a huge ego. It's like if there's a mirror, they'll be looking in it. They pass by the reflection and they look in it. And there's some confusion there when it comes to this person. Marriage is involved, family and friends when it comes to marriage, when it comes to some sort of celebration happening. Confusion there, stubbornness over something lacking. Hold on, let me work through this. This hasn't happened to me before. Okay, let's see. So partnership, what you've created with that partner. Queen of Wands is involved, so a Leo type sign, a fire sign, somebody that you thought you had an ending with, but now it's actually getting back to a point where you could reconnect with this person, and that's creating some confusion, some emotional confusion, some inner confusion. Especially over your feelings of family gatherings and socializing there. So either a wedding or, even like a funeral or a birth or some sort of family gathering or birthday, and recognizing that you've missed this person, this Queen of Wands person, because you were so busy creating with your partner. You've missed this Queen of Wands energy. This is a person that's been missing from your life, your home and family, and it was only stubbornness that created that lack. And now you're realizing, okay, there's a lot of energy with this person. I need to let go of all of the past that happened with them. Even though it's affected my reputation, I need to have some new feelings, because I'm having different thought processes when it comes to this person that can be a little bit restricting, and it's time for me to let go of those thoughts. It's time for me to let go and to find my balance, to find my power again. Okay? And that will create a shift. That'll create a huge shift of not feeling so powerless. Okay, so that's the theme of the reading, but your subconscious wanted you to know that although you're doing great and you're feeling great, there is somebody or something that is forcing you to be worried about your finances. And that's based on how you used to handle your finances and your power in the past, but you are moving on from that, doing a lot more rest, doing a lot more at home, because of these new responsibilities based on the creation you have with your partner. But there are ways to transform that by just having more fun, socializing, and that'll create that shift, okay? So that's what your subconscious wanted you to know, plus the theme of the reading. Let's get started. Okay, so the situation at hand when it comes to this reading, Libra, for July 2018 is what you've been giving out, your power that you've been giving out to family and friends. Is it balanced? Is it fair? I'm seeing like the Great Wall of China. You know, the giving just never ends. And because you didn't put up those boundaries, because you didn't put up those walls, they just keep take. And you've shouldered a lot of responsibility, a lot of burden, um, in order to give, especially financially. So it's interesting that the situation at hand is your financial giving, financial and power giving out, when subconsciously, you know, there's somebody that is giving you a fear and a worry of your finances because of your past. So that's another reason why you haven't been doing a lot of retail therapy. It's because you've been putting out power through family and friends in other ways. The obstacle in the aid, Libra, is to get more of a focus on your finances. Something shifted. You lost it a bit. It wavered over these summer months, where you stopped thinking about your finances and your power so much because you're just dancing in the moonlight and dancing and having fun and doing your Libra stuff. But it is time to get back focused on your finances in a major way and really figure out where it's going, who's getting what, how are they getting it, you know. Are you willingly giving it to them, or are you really focused in documenting and recording where that energy is going out? Okay, being more cognizant of that, and that's an obstacle and an aid, so it's not going to be easy, but it'll be worth it. Subconsciously, you're like, well, maybe somebody's taking from me. You're like, well, you know, why don't I have as much as I did last month or the month before? Maybe somebody's taking from me. Subconsciously, that's what you think. You think that somebody is taking from you behind your back, and they think that you don't know what's going on, but you recognize it. You've definitely recognized it, and you know that something has to change. So subconsciously, when it comes to your giving, you feel like you're giving and people are taking. So you're kind of putting the blame on them. You're thinking that you're being deceived. Okay, so a lot of sword energy here, which is all your thoughts. So subconsciously, feeling like you can't make these changes, you can't take any risks, especially financial risks, because somebody's taking from you, and you're thinking that you're being deceived. Okay, you've worked hard for this money, you've worked hard for this power. Okay, this is good. This is really good. A lot of pentacles on the board, a lot of swords on the board. You right now are competing, you're fighting. Your energy is very competitive right now. Your energy is very chaotic. Your energy is very change focused. A lot of up in the air, what's going on, just trying to find your footing, just trying to come out victorious, okay? That's the energy that you're working with right now. Family and friends, it's all about this Knight of Pentacles. This younger earth type sign, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, that's your main focus. That's probably who you've been giving a lot of this power to that you don't even recognize. They're taking so much of this power, and you think it's this person, that person, this person, but actually your power is just being funneled into this earth sign that naturally needs that power, that energy. So when I say power, financial power, whether or not you're actually just giving them money, it could be they're taking so much of your time that you can't make money. Essentially, this Knight of Pentacles is the reason why there's been a disbalance when it comes to your finances. It really stems down to the Knight of Pentacles. Hope and fear. Queen of Cups. Who's this person? Queen of Cups is somebody who has their hooks in you. I'm seeing a baby foot. I'm seeing, yeah, I'm seeing a baby foot. So I don't know why. It's like a baby footprint. So either this person really, you know, loves babies. I'm seeing a lot of kids surrounding them. There's something about this person, the Queen of Cups. So somebody very emotionally, very focused on their emotions, very focused on karma as well, very focused on what goes around comes around. This person is angelic to some people, but you've seen their devil side. And the baby footprint, maybe they've lost a child, and they kind of, you know how you can stamp a footprint of a baby that you've lost, like a stillbirth. Or maybe they just really are obsessed with babies, and they walk behind babies. Like their path in life is to follow the footsteps of a child or a baby in their life. I'm seeing a sand dollar, so I'm seeing like a beach. So somebody who loves the beach, or who lives close to the beach, or always goes to the beach, or you met them on the beach, something beach related. So you hope and fear for this person, because this is another person that's been getting a lot of your power without you recognizing it. Really wanting their approval, really wanting to feel connected with them, feeling like maybe they're one of the reasons why you're not as powerful as you were before. Maybe this person has been doing a lot more retail therapy and you're jealous and you want to do some retail therapy with them. So what's happening, Libra? Almost lost those. First step is to recognize this month that you're not being deceived. The power that you feel you're losing, the money that you feel you're losing, it's all in your mind. You're funneling a lot of your energy into the Knight of Pentacles, somebody within your family and friends, and that's where you're losing the ability to gain money. So recognizing that when it comes to feeling like you're being taken from, it's all in your thoughts. This is a first step. Then it's going to lead to some sleepless nights. It's gonna be uncomfortable to really stop and be like, okay, nobody's taking from me. You know, I'm just not being cognizant of my resources. I'm just not being aware of where I'm funneling my power. That's gonna sting a little bit, and it's gonna cause some pain, some sleepless nights. You know, some staying up, really using the darkness of the night and that quietness of the night to do some thinking about what you need to change, especially when it comes to your power and what needs to end, what needs to come to finality. With this energy, guess what? New money comes in. So really just using this reading and this acknowledgement to create the shift that you need, Libra, to say, okay, yeah, it's not the Queen of Cups. I'm not being taken from. I'm not being taken advantage of. I'm not losing money. I'm not losing power. I'm not being stolen from. I'm not being deceived. I'm just thinking about that because I'm not in control of my power, of my finances, and just being aware of that, Libra, and just owning that and taking responsibility of that. New money comes in like nothing, okay? So love you guys so much. As always, if you want a personalized reading, please feel free to email me. My email address is below. I include astrology and numerology in all my readings. And please comment, like, and subscribe, and share. Love you guys so much, Libras, and I will see you in August. Bye.